rotated against the wall with force nearly sufficient to flatten his nose. Then we had to find the rule and the string again, and a new hole was made. And about midnight, the picture would be up. Very crooked and insecure, the wall for yards around looking as if it had been smoothed down with a rake, and everybody dead beat and wretched, except Uncle Podger. There you are, he would say, stepping heavily off the chair onto the charwoman's corns and surveying the mess he had made with evident pride. Why, some people would have had a man in to do a little thing like that.
It's a semaphore lesson.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's all right, Graham. You can come all the way to the front if you like.
You're left. What have you all gone for? Planet find themselves together for the first time in their lives.
Graham, could you go on the platform, please? We'll all see.
Yes, certainly.
Is he finished?
No offence meant to anybody whom you may presume this to be. You might be quite wrong, and I may not be able to get it quite right. But I'm going to do my best with the help of the brethren from the Ashford Assembly who have lent me the side effects. So, the two men have now arrived. And as usual in a British train compartment, not much happens for a long time. But we shall watch the procedure of gentleman number one. I'll just borrow another chair, and I'll recommend that. Gentleman number two.
Yeah, don't mind me talking to you, do you? We've been sitting here a long time now. Excuse me, what's that book that you're reading? Well, as a matter of fact, this is actually a book of a Christian mission to which I belong, and to which I'm hastening now in my agency to meet for a conference. And we're on our way to this carries. Do you mean to say that's a program that you've got there? Could I have a look at it? Well, it's a very religious thing. I don't think you'll really appreciate it. It has a lot of interesting names in it, and you may find it helpful and interesting. Who are you, by the way, if I may proceed to ask? I think everybody knows me. If you're religious, you worship God. Everybody in the area where I work, they don't worship me, unfortunately, but they all know who I am. I'm known that I did come from Wearmouth, but sometimes people think I'm Big Mouth. But everybody knows who I am anyway. I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name's Brian. Brian, all right? My name's Stephen. We're here for a little while on this train journey. Do you mind if I call you Steve? I'd rather you didn't call me Steve. I'm sorry, I don't wish to be finicky, but I've always been called Stephen. It's only been one woman in my life, and that was my Aunt Priscilla just before I went to prep school in Bath, who called me Stephen. I would rather you did not do that. That's his doctor, then I will be very happy. I'll call you Mr. can call me what you like. That's all I say. You just call me Brian, and I'd better have a look at this program of yours and see what sort of... You're going to a Christian... Well, bless my soul. There's a lot of names in here. Stephen. We've got them in the football world, you know. I suppose they're related. I couldn't really sort of comment on anything of that nature at all. Many of the men that I shall be associated with in the next day or so would be those who would have come out from that and have gone elsewhere, rather than, if you understand what I mean. I will try and explain the names that seem to be intriguing you. Well, I see you've got this chap here, Bolton. Now that's the same Bolton as I'm thinking of. It's the man who played for Notts County and Watford. And he was a good guy. I wanted him up in Nottingham. But I couldn't get him. Oh, now that wasn't to be the same. This is Mr. Bolton. With another boat. Well, it's probably all the same family, Stephen. The Bolton I know, he played for Watford, and then he went up to Oxford, and I don't know whether it's the same man, you know, the Oxford United side, you've probably heard of them. He's running their bingo. It must be the same man, or the same family. Like a moment of quiet. The very thought of it, I find it. Well, I can tell you this, Stephen, there aren't many jolly people in professional football today. And the only jolly I ever met was when I was playing for Sunderland years ago. And we got the Church Lads Brigade up, and they were trying to get a side against the Darlington third team. I can't help it, it makes me laugh. And we put this geezer in called Jolly. Do you know what he did? I'm upset you, you're a doctor. You know what the answer to this is, because we didn't. And he broke his foot and hit the upright of the goalpost. His career ended there and then. Just a moment. I don't know that name at all. I only know the chairman. And I'm sure of the chairman, and I'm sure the chairman's reliable, that all the rest of these other dear, I nearly said brethren, I mean all these other gentlemen must be very creditable too. I can't see anything else to be worried about. Oh, here's a fellow I know. We had him up in Nottingham. We went down some years ago. I tried to sign him myself in the forest. Paint. He had quite a good run. Quite a good run. Used his head well. But now he fell out with the referees. Slip of the tongue, you know, slip of the tongue. And he went by the board. And I said to him, excuse me, I was like if you were just happy to get on with my studies. Not really prepared for what I'm about to face. And I still feel less prepared for what I have faced.
For those of us who are young and innocent, that was Brian Clough and Dr. Stephen Shaw. Now for something completely different. A serious item, no less. By David Jolly of all people. David, it's apparently, he's been trying to convince me this is straight, and I've got to believe him because his wife says so. It's called the Night Tour, and it's something that's extremely difficult, and so I think we'll probably admire David if it works.
Before I do this, there's one little story that Mr. Bolton didn't tell you about. And that was that down at Belgrave House in Hampton, there was a scandal involving him. So you see, word went round that there was a woman in his room. And the whole place knew about it. They all go,